Hey, what's going on, Guardians? TBL here, coming back at you with a little bit more of that good old Destiny PvP action. Playing a little bit of Clash on the map Sector 618. This is one of the PlayStation exclusive maps. We've got a lot of PlayStation exclusive content now, which, not too fond of, but let me tell you one thing. Xbox players, you are not missing anything with this map. It is not a very good map at all. It just feels like kind of a cluster overall. It can be kind of a headache to navigate your way around. There's some really weird sniper lanes and shotguns. Oh man, shotguns on this map are unreal. But that, Guardians, is not what we're here to talk about today. Gamescom 2016 is wrapping up. We've had a very good week and a lot of information come out for a lot of different games. But in particular, Destiny has had an absolutely incredible week. Thanks to the revelations at Gamescom. We got to see so many things. We get to see so much of what's coming with the Rise of Iron, which is really looking like it's going to be one of, if not the best piece of DLC Destiny has ever gotten. And am I getting a little bit ahead of myself here? Probably, but hey, can you blame me? I'm excited about new content for Destiny. And in this video, we're just going to be going over some of the things that we got to see out at Gamescom this year. As most of you guys know, I do a Wednesday stream every Wednesday afternoon at 12 p.m. Eastern Time over at the Planet Destiny Twitch page. And yesterday we had our stream. It was a lot of fun. We ran Nightfalls and a couple of other things. Got booted out of our last Nightfall run and decided to just run Prison of Elders instead. But we spent a lot of that time talking about some of the revelations of the Rise of Iron. And in particular, getting super hyped about some of the new weapons and armor sets that are going to be coming in. But before we get into that, it looks like Rise of Iron is going to be really cinematic. And I know, the Taken King was pretty cinematic. We got a lot of cutscenes in with that, but it looks like Rise of Iron is going to be following suit with that. And hopefully, maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to hear our Guardian speak once again. Have you thought about that? You haven't heard your character speak since the end of the Black Garden mission. I don't think we had any speaking lines in the Dark Below. Definitely didn't have any speaking lines in the House of Wolves. And the most we did in terms of emotion in the Taken King was looking stalwartly forward as we flew into the Dreadnought. So yeah, hopefully with all of these new cutscenes, all of this new narrative, we might be able to actually hear our Guardian speak once again. But yeah, we got to see a lot of new cutscenes. We got to see what the entirety of the new strike looks like, thanks to people like Holtzman and Mesa Sean. And I do believe Miss 5000 Watts, who were invited out a little while back by Activision to experience the new strike and some new parts of Rise of Iron. We finally got to get past the embargo and see some of that, so we get to see the entirety of the new strike. It looks incredible. It has these crazy traps and stuff all over for it. And the final boss fight actually looks really fun. I can't wait for it. If you guys haven't seen what the new strike looks like, I'll leave a link to the Planet Destiny video showing the strike off in its entirety down in the description box below. So you guys will be able to check that out, or not if you don't want spoilers. And of course, we got a lot of information on the Crucible side of things. And hold on, you can't try to snipe me out of my super baby. Not this time. But yeah, we get to see the 3 new maps that everyone on both platforms are going to be getting. They are Last Exit, which takes place on the Ishtar Sink on Venus. That one looks like it's going to be a close quarters map, so hand cannons, shotguns, all of that's going to be working real well there. We've also got Skyline, which takes place in the Meridian Bay on Mars, which is a larger scale map where you're probably going to be having a lot of sniper battles. And finally, the Floating Gardens, which takes place on Venus. That one has a lot of twists and turns in it, and I've described it several times as basically a better version of the Pantheon map. And of course, additionally, PlayStation players are getting the PlayStation exclusive map Icarus. Bungie still is working under that exclusivity deal with Sony, so they are still producing PlayStation exclusive content. I know, it sucks. I'm not a fan of console-based exclusivity any more than the next guy. But that's what we've got. Now, in addition to these new Crucible maps, we also have a shiny brand new Crucible game mode to go with it in Supremacy. You guys have heard me talk about this before. Supremacy is basically a Destiny version of Kill Confirmed. You'll get points for taking out Guardians, but the bulk of your points will come from picking up the Crests of Honor that those Guardians will drop. It looks super fun and is probably going to become my new favorite game mode. We got to see a couple of matches of it on Bungie's live stream as well. They had a bunch of their devs as well as a couple of content creators there play a couple of matches, and it looks like it's going to be really fun. And I mean, you guys already know, Kill Confirmed is my favorite game mode in Call of Duty, and I'm probably really going to enjoy the Supremacy mode. And you know, if I don't, I can just load up First Light, go sit in a corner, and cry to myself because we've also got private games coming. Now, all of you guys who are Destiny fans probably know this already, but Bungie started things off big with their livestream by basically confirming the existence of private games. Finally, we'll be able to customize our games, hold tournaments, and basically just play the Crucible how we want. Well, within limit. Private matches will have several options that allow you to customize your gaming experience. You'll be able to select and modify the game type, including mayhem versions of those games by the way, the map you're playing on, score and time limit, light level advantage and equalization, and the time of day. So overall, nothing too deep or in-depth. I mean, this isn't a Forge mode from Halo 3. But this is a very good start. Private games have been something we as Destiny players have been asking for since this game's inception. And it's great to see that with the rise of Iron, Bungie is finally giving us what we asked for. Oh, and check out this shutdown. This Blade Dancer thought he had me. No, Hawkmoon, Luck in the Chamber, plus a healthy shotgun blast is more than enough to take care of you. I would be super upset if that happened to me, and it has happened to me, and it'll probably happen to me again. But anyways, private games, as well as new customizable tournaments. That's right, there will also be tools in place that allow you to both utilize clan tools with in-game representation, which is awesome, and hold customized tournaments and competitions. Now, Bungie's going to be revealing more information about that latter part there, but I'm super happy to see that game clans are finally going to have some sort of in-game reputation. I am definitely happy about that. Now, the last really big thing that we got to see at Gamescom is really just the new weapons and armor sets, and oh boy are there a ton. Bungie's been teasing us with small pictures and looks at the new weapons and armor sets for a while now, but we got a really good look at them from both the Gamescom livestream as well as the video documentary Forged in Fire. We got to see the new Iron Lord set, we got to see the new Iron Banner set, we got to see the Trials of Osiris gear, the full raid gear, which really surprised me, wasn't expecting them to show that off. And more importantly, we got to see the ornament system in action. And for those of you who don't know, ornaments are sort of a glamour modification system that you'll be able to apply to certain weapons and armor, mostly exotic weapons that we've seen, and some of the new legendary armor sets. Applying them can completely change the overall look of your weapon or armor. And we got to see a couple of examples of this, specifically with like a gold Monte Carlo and then like a red and black one. We got to see the ornamentations work on one of the new exotics, the Nemesis Star, which is an exotic LMG. It goes from being a silver bullet sort of color to a red overall color. And we got to see two different ornaments for the Hawkmoon, one which is a silver version with like a bloody barrel, and the other is like an all-black coloring with gold feathers on the front. It looks great, and there's an ornament system for armors too, which can completely change the look of your armors. We got to see that with the Iron Banner gear, the Iron Lord gear, as well as the Trials of Osiris gear. And believe me, some of those ornaments look really good. Now, how do you get these things? Well, of course, you can purchase them from the Eververse Trading Company, or you can get them via items called Radiant Treasures, which are going to be very much like the Sterling Treasures in that you'll have multiple sources a week for them. So hopefully they won't be too hard to get like Sterling Treasures are now. But they will be there to provide you with a slew of ornaments for certain armors and weapons. And I can't wait to get my hands on them in-game next month, September 20th, when Rise of Iron launches. But alright, that's pretty much it for most of the big news coming out of Gamescom. If you guys missed any of it, I'll have links to a bunch of different information resources down in the description box below. But alright, it's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to let me know what you guys think of all the new information coming in the Rise of Iron. Are you hyped? I know I am. But alright, I'm out for now. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.